What's going on, everybody? Driving home from one of my kids' ball games, and I got to thinking about how we sit on the fence as Christians. I'm talking about a Christian who's got 1 foot in the world, 1 foot in the church, if that's how you want to put it. You want the safety of the cross, but you still want to, be in the world. You don't want to give up your sin. I heard this story one time, and it went something like this. You've got the devil and his demons, and you've got a saved individual who's sitting on the fence, kind of 1 foot in the world, 1 foot in the church. And the demons are running back to Satan, and they're saying, "Hey, he's pretty close to the fence. We need to pull him back over here. We seen him going to church every Sunday." And the devil said, "Don't worry about him. He's on the fence. I've got plenty. I've got plenty who go to church. It's okay." So the demons was going back to Satan again, and they said, "Satan, he's got his Bible with him. He even brought a friend." The devil said, "Just leave him alone. He's sitting on the fence. He's playing both sides. It's okay. Maybe his friend will do the same thing." And then the demons seen him going to Sunday school. He's starting to go to church every single Sunday. He's hitting Sunday night service too. He's not missing any. He's even starting to sing a little louder and praise and worship God with what he thinks is his whole heart. But he's still got 1 foot in the world. He's still indulging in sin. He's still going out maybe on the weekends and having some drinks and, indulging in the pleasures of life. So the demons are running back to Satan, and they're saying, "We're about to lose him, man. He's on the fence. Satan, let's get him while we still can. Let's pull him over here and let's get him full-fledged on our side of the fence. We need to get him before he crosses over." Satan told the demons, "Just leave him alone. He's on the fence." And the demons said, What's the deal, Satan? He's right there. Before you know it, he's going to be singing in the choir. He may surrender to preach or something, He's right there. Let's pull him on over here. Let's entice him with all kinds of stuff and get him to give in. Satan told the demons, "You don't understand." He said, "I own the fence." That's what Christians don't understand. Satan owns the fence. We can't sit on the fence when it comes to serving the Lord. Satan owns the fence. I think it's in James. I think it's James 4:4. I've been working on this. I may be wrong. I'm trying to memorize scripture better. But I think it's James 4:4. Don't quote me. But friendship with the world is enmity with God. If you're a friend of the world, not of, trying to win people to Christ and being, friendly to people. If you're a friend of the world and its devices and its pleasures and its system, then you're an enemy of God. I don't think anybody, especially any Christian, professing Christian, I don't think any of us want to be an enemy of God. But when we're sitting on the fence, and sitting on the fence looks different for a lot of people. I understand that. You know, there's people who go to church, there's people who claim to be saved, and they still run the bars, they still chase the women. You know, maybe a little bit less of a thing people don't think is as bad, but they take their kids to travel ball on the weekends, and they miss church services. That's a foot in the world. There's so many ways you can have one foot in the world and not be fully devoted to God, to what God's commanded us to do, and to service to Him, to spreading His gospel message. And that's really all it takes. The devil has exactly what he wants. If he can get a Christian to come to church, have a Bible on their table at home, but still be running around in the world, in the filth of the world, in sin, maybe even not in what we would consider bad sin, but just in enough to where people are like, they know you're a Christian, but you're at the ball game on Sunday. They like, ain't he supposed to be in church? Or, you know, some of you have maybe got friends and they know that you have gotten saved. They know that you profess Christ. Maybe they know that you grew up in church. But you're out running around, you're running the bars, you're out drinking beer with them on the weekends. You're giving them exactly what they need. They've got the hypocritical lifestyle to look at. And they're thinking, what's he got that I don't have? You know, why do I need Jesus? We live the same life, except you go to church sometimes, or you just profess to be saved, but you still live like the devil. Don't sit on the fence. And it's a struggle. I know it's a struggle for everybody. Another sitting on the fence that I think of is, and it's just, let's just take music for example. You know, I live in the Bible Belt. I live down in rural Missouri, right next to Arkansas. I live in what people would call the Bible Belt. But I honestly believe the Bible Belt has came unbuckled. People have a good old country boy religion instead of Christ-centered religion. I don't know how else to put it. Don't sit on the fence. God bless. Have a good day.